God gave you these teachings. Israelites, stop praying to your idols.
Worshiping one God, no more than that. This monotheism's what he demands. From his covenant with Abraham, his descendants were promised that Canaan's our land. Moved down to Egypt when famine began. Fleeing slavery, we came back again. Built a strong kingdom that split in the end. We recorded this history in the Tanakh, keeping intact our ancient faith and preserving our past. Hebrew Bible's what most know it as. Our religion obeys all the guidance it has. Judaism is that spiritual path, serving God with our ethical acts, living life righteously like he expects. As we study and pray and reflect, everyone has the same obligations to these high moral standards of his. Even great kings of Mesopotamia, where our ancestor Abraham lived. He moved out near the Mediterranean. God had led him to settle in Canaan. Jacob, his grandson, would father our nation. Call him Israel, God had renamed him. His sons were the leaders of tribes, family groups forming our ancestry lines. These were the earliest Israelites. They depended on herding and trade to survive. Famine drove them to Egypt for grain. They had connections and ended up staying. But in time all the tribes were enslaved. Unlike their captors, they desperately prayed to one God, no more than that. This monotheism's what he demands. From his covenant with Abraham, his descendants were promised that Canaan's our land. Moved down to Egypt when famine began. Fleeing slavery, we came back again. Built a strong kingdom that split in the end. We recorded this history in the Tanakh, keeping intact our ancient faith and preserving our past. Hebrew Bible's what most know it as. Our religion obeys all the guidance it has. Judaism is that spiritual path, serving God with our ethical acts. He had the prophets speak on his behalf to bring hope and to warn of his wrath.
Our God said, when I will go.
The Pharaoh didn't listen. 10 plagues on the Egyptians eventually convinced him. Then he switched his decision. At the Red Sea, ditched him. Took us decades to migrate from Egypt. It's the Exodus side to lead it. When we got the laws of the covenant, we entered a binding agreement. By obeying, we'd meet the conditions and inspire your nation's traditions with values of fairness and justice and roots for your major religions. When God laid me to rest, missed all the conquering Joshua led, crushing the Canaanite cities, and when we were settled, the judges were heads of defense. Philistines moved inland to fight us. We had to fight as a king to unite us. I know you did, Saul. You know David. He wrote us those hit songs about one God, no more than that. This monotheism's what he demands. So when David established command in Jerusalem, he had a temple to plan. Solomon built it, but unlike his dad, he got workers and taxpayers mad. 10 northern tribes would rebel in the end. We recorded this history in the Tanakh, keep it intact our ancient faith and preserving our past. Hebrew Bible's what most know it as. Our religion obeys all the guidance it has. Judaism is that spiritual path, serving God with our ethical acts. He had the prophets speak on his behalf to bring hope or to warn of his wrath. Conquerors are coming, attacks from empires of the east. It's the Assyrians. Woo! Pay them tribute, fend them off. Judah held up under siege, kept the throne of David going till their captivity, when many Jews were exiled to Babylonia, scattering our people in a forced diaspora. Finally, under Persian rule, Cyrus said we could return. We rebuilt the temple the Chaldeans trashed and burned, but those outside of Judah had no place to worship God. That's why our communities are building synagogues. Our faith's endangered by foreign invaders. Our Torah teachers are ensuring it survives. They educate us, the laws God gave us, and they're our leaders as we're worshiping inside synagogue, 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 synagogue. Assembling in synagogues, certainly Biddle. We never saw our religion stop. We've had rulers demand our priests worship like back in Greece, but they faced the Maccabees. Their rebellion was blessed. Yearly we thank God the temple was cleansed. Lights, so don't try to suppress our kosher eating or seventh-day rest. Ham, or control us like Rome. Zealot revolts never could overthrow. They wrecked the temple and left us a wall. Still Judaism would grow and evolve. Facing defeat, the rabbis came through, writing oral teachings down for review. As they complete the Talmud they knew, they should thank me that they're still in school. Nah. Our faith's endangered by foreign invaders. Our Torah teachers are ensuring it survives. They educate us, the laws God gave us, and they're our leaders as we're worshiping inside synagogue, 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 synagogue.